Magnetism and matter. Magnetic field on the axis of a circular current loop. So here we are going to derive the expression for magnetic field on the axis of a circular current carrying loop. We take a circular loop through which a current I is flowing, and the direction of current is shown here. Now the loop is placed in such a way that it is in the YZ plane as shown in the figure. Now we consider any point P which is situated on the axis of the loop, and we wish to determine the magnetic field at this point. So here O is the center of the loop and R is its radius. X is the distance of point P, which is the point under consideration, from the center of the loop here. Now we take a small current element dl in the loop, and we observe that we can easily find, using Biot-Savart law, we can easily find the magnetic field at point P due to this current element dl, the small current element dl that we have taken here, this particular element. So that is what we are going to do. Now we draw a line joining or the displacement vector uh, from the current element to the point P, and we name it as R, displacement vector R. Now the magnetic field dB due to the small current element dl is shown here, and its direction is also shown here. This is the magnetic field dB. Now we can divide it into two components, that is cos component given by dB cos theta and represented by dB x here because it is along the x-axis, and the other one is the sine component, that is dBy or dB sine theta, since it is along the y direction. So these are our components of the magnetic field. Now you can see the direction of magnetic field is perpendicular to the plane containing both element dl and vector r. So using Biot-Savart law, we can very easily write that vector dB is mu naught upon 4 pi I dl cross r upon r cube. We have studied this in the previous explanation of Biot-Savart law. Now, if you see the figure, if you apply Pythagoras theorem in the figure, there is a right triangle with three sides which are shown by R, capital R, X and small r. So these forms the three sides of right triangle. So obviously, according to Pythagoras theorem, we can write r square is equal to x square plus capital R square by using the Pythagoras theorem. So here we are writing this by Pythagoras theorem. Now, when we apply this to our Biot-Savart law, we see that the direction of dl and r, vector dl and r, are perpendicular to each other. So in this situation, we can write dl cross r as r dl sine 90, since the angle between dl and r, vector dl and vector r, are perpendicular to each other. So angle is 90 degree. So when I take dl cross r, it will be r dl sine 90, right? And sine 90 is 1. That's why r dl cross r becomes r dl. So what we do is we just put the value of dl cross r as r dl in this particular equation, and on solving it, what do we get? Mu naught upon 4 pi, and in place of I dl cross r, we write I r dl divided by r cube upon r cube. So you see that here also one r gets cancelled and only r square remains. And hence the equation mu naught upon 4 pi I dl upon r square. This is what we obtain. And when I substitute the value of r square from this equation into here, this equation here, then I have this particular final equation. So this is what the expression for magnetic field is. So in this way we can find a simplified form of magnetic field. Now what we are going to do here, we know that direction of dB, we have already shown it in the diagram here. So it is perpendicular to, this I have already explained, both dl and r, the plane of dl and r. Now what we are going to do is, we will split it into the components dbx and dby. And as you know, dbx is equal to db cos theta. So what we do here again, we find the value of cos theta from this equation, from this diagram, sorry. So here you see, if this is the angle theta as shown in the diagram, the angle theta, then this particular angle will also be theta. From the diagram you can easily deduce. So in this right triangle, as you know, cos theta is given by base upon hypotenuse. Okay, so in this particular diagram, the base is r and hypotenuse is small r. So capital R upon small r. So capital R upon magnitude of small r. Now since r square is x square plus capital R square, then r will be under root of capital X square plus r square. That's why capital X square plus r square raised to the power 1 by 2. So we find the value of cos theta over here and we substitute it in the equation. So that means the x component of the loop becomes dB cos theta, and I would like to tell you that here the y component of loop is not being considered. The reason, because you see, this is our element under consideration. Now there is always a diametrically opposite current element for every element. If you take the current element here, then there will be diametrically opposite current element again. For every element on the loop, there is a diametrically opposite current element. And the directions of these currents element, these diametrically opposite current elements are always opposite to each other. So the if this is the dB by due to first element, say this is first element, then the dB by due to the second element, which is diametrically opposite, will be opposite to it. Okay, that is along negative y-axis, while x component will be in the same direction as the other x component. So we will see that all the x components for all the diametrically opposite current elements add up, while the y components cancel each other out because they are equal and opposite to each other. So here when we find the net magnetic field, we consider only the x component. So the magnetic field at point P due to entire current loop, the net magnetic field, it will be the result of sum of all the x components only, and we can do it by find it out easily. So the net magnetic field is given by P is equal to Bx I cap, okay, which is along the x direction only, and we can easily find it out because what we have done here, we have just substituted the value of dB from this equation and cos theta. So we are multiplying dB and cos theta to get dBx, the value of dBx, which is dB into cos theta. dB is mu naught upon 4 pi, as we have determined here, I dl upon x square plus r square raised to the power 1, that is there for dB. Okay, and we multiply it by cos theta, in which it is r upon under root x square plus r square, that is power 1 by 2. So power 1 and power 1 by 2. Okay, power 1 and power 1 by 2 combine to give the power 3 by 2. So what we have here is mu naught I r square and 2x square plus r square raised to the power 3 by 2. Now, where does this dl go? So, since we are finding the net magnetic field, so we are integrating dl, the complete length of the loop. So, when I integrate dl for the entire length, it is equal to the circumference of our loop, that is 2 pi r, since its radius is r. So, that's why 2 pi here get cancelled and only 2 remains because it is 4 pi. So what overall expression is this: mu naught upon 2, mu naught upon 2, I r into r is r square. So mu naught I r square upon 2 x square plus r square raised to the power 3 by 2. Power 1 and 1 by 2 combined become 3 by 2. And since only the x components are existent, that's why the net direction will also be along x-axis. That's why represented by unit vector I cap. So this is how we have determined the net magnetic field on the at point P on the axis of circular current carrying loop. So this is the final expression for magnetic field at point P due to this whole circular current carrying loop. This is what we have. And we take a special case for magnetic field at the center of the loop. If we want to determine the magnetic field at the center of the circular current carrying loop, then what do? For center, you know that this distance x becomes 0. Obviously, at center O, x becomes 0. So, in order to find the magnetic field at center, we take x in this last equation as 0. So, this x term is eliminated, it becomes 0, and finally the expression that we get is, because when you solve it, r square raised to the power 3 by 2. So the powers will multiply and it becomes r cube. But there is already r square in the numerator. R square upon r cube will give you only a r, and that's why the final expression r. In the final expression we have only r. So this gives us the magnetic field, final expression for magnetic field at the center of the loop. Thank you. Like, share and subscribe to the practical side for more interesting and informative videos.